Come with me on a birding adventure. Here we have the birding fit check. Okay, we got the pants, hiking pants, thrifted, necklace, jacket, thrifted, orange in my pocket. I shoved everything in my pocket and I was rushing to get out of the house because I had a harrowing 70-mile drive and I haven't driven this far on my own in my entire life, so I was seriously so close to chickening out. But I just got in my car and I just drove, and after 40 or so miles, I finally exited I-5 into a rural Skagit Valley. After I got off the exit, I just kind of drove down this rural country road, and I stopped to film at some points because it was just so pretty. There's some mountains around, and I saw some ducks here, just like sitting on the grass, so it was already a good sign. But then I finally thought I arrived at the location. Okay, I just arrived and I'm so anxious that I went to the wrong place. There's like only one other car here and the road just, how do I flip the camera? Bro. The road just stops. It's very windy here, but I don't know, I already saw some cool birds, so I might as well go out. But I'm really anxious. There's only one car, so this might be, I might die. But there's some birds, so that's cool. Yeah. I haven't explained how I even got to this moment. Basically, I found a meetup for Black Indigenous people of color birders, and I am in no way whatsoever a birder. Like I don't know. I just need friends, and I like nature. So I went to this thing alone, and now you can see me just walking up this hill trying to find these people. But I'll show you what I see instead. It's beautiful here. Bro, I'm not kidding. I actually went to the wrong place. I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I drove an hour and a half just to get to the wrong place. I looked at the map and like the real place I'm supposed to go to is like 8 minutes away and I'm already gonna be late. And I don't even know if this is worth it, but I'm gonna try to drive there and I'll see if I can find anybody. I'm so sad. Yeah, that's it. Okay, bye. Despite being 12 minutes late, I actually found the birders, and I'm just trying to walk down this path and absorb into this group of like 20 people when I'm getting hit with the feeling that I'm intruding because everyone seems to already know each other. And then I also got hit by a bunch of rain and wind and hail, and all my clothes got soaking wet. But afterwards we went to this cafe to warm up, and it was nice and pretty inside, and I got a cookie. The cookie was mid. But yeah, I tried it with some people, but I kind of just sat there mostly. And then I drove to the second location where I saw this tiger, and it kind of scared me. I arrived at our second location, which was this huge marshy field, and the weather was crazy. It was so windy and cold. I really did not wear enough layers for this. But I got a lot of b-roll of just birds flying around, but I didn't really know what I was looking at most of the time. After we picked up this guy who fell down, I realized everyone was saying that there were these things called harriers flying around, and they're supposed to look like this. But I didn't see that. Yeah, my eyesight and my camera are pretty bad, but it was cool just watching these things flying around, so you can enjoy a lot of footage of that. I was also just put in a trance by these clouds. Like, look how beautiful they are just flying across the mountain. And I just sort of started paying more attention to that than the birders. Here you can see me trying to film some stuff through my binoculars. This was really cool. There's a lot of bald eagles there, and this one was, I think, fighting the other birds. But yeah, it was really hard to film through the binoculars because my hands were shaking from the wind.
Yeah, but it's like
And then someone let me use their telescope-like binocular thing, and I got a bunch of footage of this bald eagle on a telephone pole. But I couldn't get it in focus. And then this guy showed me how to take photos of stuff through the binoculars. So here's a slideshow. Someone said that there were other birders at this location, and they suggested that we walk over to where they were. And yeah, here's me walking. I'm more bundled up this time, so it was better. But yeah, it turns out that this is a huge community of birders who come here on the weekends, I guess. And I really didn't realize how many people of all different sorts love to come and bird. So it was a new thing to learn. And I love the clouds there. It was pretty. So enjoyed that. And we saw a heron. I know what that is. And you can just barely see it through this person's telescope thing. But now I really want one of these because it's so clear. This bird was so far away, it looked like a speck in my own eyes. After a couple hours, we finally called it, and I walked back to my car alone. And it feels kind of wrong for me, but I dare say at some points I got a little bored. But yeah, it was just kind of interesting to be around all these people that had a strong passion for birds and could have a long attention span and ability to talk a lot about birds. And I was very new to that and felt a little bit like an outsider. But I thought the really beautiful thing was to almost be an outsider to that and just watch these people's love for birds. I thought it was kind of beautiful. Yeah, just looking back at that. And I really had to just force myself to kind of have an eye for this stuff and want to just film birds and look at them. And being around these people helped me do that. And now I have so much footage of birds on my phone. And now I know what a harrier is. And I love watching them fly. We are back with a post-birding vlog, mukbang. I have pomegranate juice in a wine glass. Feel fancy. And burrito from El Reconcito. So, birding, I did it. I've never driven somewhere by myself for that long to go on like an adventure like that. Overall, I'm proud of myself that I just did that. But I left it feeling kind of sad. Because I don't know if I'm, after that experience, if I can call myself a birder. Everyone there is very, I don't know, seemed more passionate about birds than I did. I, like, also just didn't really go in there knowing anybody and felt socially anxious from the start. But everyone was really nice. I went in there looking for a connection, and I didn't really get that, but I don't think it was realistic for me to go in there for that alone. Like, I also thought I liked birding, and then I was like, I don't know if I like birding like these people like birding. But it was still a very nice group of people. Somebody gave me some hand warmers, and they're reusable too. You can reuse them for 3 days, because you saw that I was like shivering in the cold. So that was nice. And yeah, people let me use their binoculars because I had my like dinky ones from World Market. Yeah, I think I just started like getting bored at some point, but it was a really pretty place to go to, and a lot of like pretty clouds. I was more looking at the clouds because the weather was crazy there. But yeah, I went in there looking for connection, and I'm obviously not the type of person to hit it off with someone after just meeting them once. And these kind of things, you're only gonna talk to them like once and then maybe see them in like a month. So if I don't hit it off immediately, I'm not gonna like become BFFs with anybody, and that's what I should expect. But it's also maybe not gonna be the thing that's gonna work for me to find like friends and stuff. Even though I thought everyone was really cool, I just didn't think I could like become friends with them because of how the like birding is paced. But I don't know, we'll see. But I really liked the drive there. I had a lot of fun driving there. Yeah, I didn't expect to have almost more fun on the drive there. I liked like singing in my car alone, knowing that I was like just traveling this large distance, and it felt like an adventure. So I like the feeling of adventure, and this really pushed me to like think that I could actually have freedom to leave my house and go places outside of my own neighborhood. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the birds and finding out that I can tolerate really difficult weather and being really cold for a long amount of time without freaking out. So cheers to that. And thanks for watching my vlog. Maybe there'll be more if I try to do more things by myself. But yeah, this really got my blood pressure going, so I don't know if I can do much more. I'll try though. Yeah. Here's to birds And here's to praying for America. Okay, bye.